And you're heading to the airport today?
Yes. Actually, I keep confusing it. My flight's actually tomorrow morning, but we're driving to San Jose today.
It's like freaking the other end of the country.
I know, right? That's why it's like I'm going to Colombia today. It's just going to take me 2 days, even though it's like I could basically throw a stone.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's a whole group call. Never mind. Mitch, that shirts. Danny's not home. Do you think it's possible for us to grab it or not really?
Probably not.
Okay.
Plus, it's probably
It's like in the bottom of her casita, like in the locked room where that guy died.
Okay. We'll let the shirt's dream die with it.
One of 3 garbage bags that might be mine, full of clothes.
Yeah.
Everything could be moldy. Who knows?
Who knows?
Well, we know it's moldy.
We know it's moldy. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get this started, huh?
This is recording. We're recording, and I'm ready.
Great. Glad we had that convo. So let's talk about updating the Giveth docs. So like I mentioned, there's 2 ways to go about it, which is the way most people do it. They just go right into the repo, and they just like edit the docs one by one right inside of GitHub, and that's okay, but like it's not great because you can make any number of mistakes and you won't be able to check your work at all until it goes to the website and you find out that you did something wrong, or the website doesn't load anymore because you broke something. So it's not a great way. So this is the Giveth docs repo. You're probably all pretty familiar with it. Some of it is pretty technical, but like updating pages themselves or adding new pages can be a little bit complicated, but it will be mostly fine. So the first thing you need to do is some of the instructions that I left in there. Generating an SSH key and link it to your GitHub account. Did anybody do the homework?
I did. It was confusing, but I did it.
It was confusing, but you did it?
Yeah. No, like it took me like maybe like a few tries, but I did it, yeah. I got it like sorted out.
I'm trying to do it now.
Oh my god. Well, this basically will allow you to get the Giveth docs repository from GitHub and load it onto your computer. And it'll also be like linking your code editor on your computer to your GitHub account online, right? So when you're making edits, GitHub needs to verify that like this code being sent is actually this person on GitHub who has the permissions to like change things in the repository, to change the code essentially. So this is the same thing that we use for basically all of our GitHub repositories on Giveth. So all the developers, everything that's on GitHub, we're using these SSH keys to like basically maintain and update the code in our open source products. So you can skip ahead to adding SSH key passphrases. I think there's even special instructions if you're on Windows or Mac. And you're doing this all from the terminal window. I'm going to see if it will allow me to. Oh, wow. I can share my entire screen? What? I couldn't do that on my old computer. That's crazy. All right. So then if you just open up your terminal you just want to take this first part here, paste it in, change out your email, and then hit enter. I'm not going to do it because I already have an SSH key. Hey, Suga.
Hi there, everybody. I joined the party just for a couple of different reasons.
All right. Love it. Do you need help, Lauren? Like, would it be useful to screen share? Or do you think you got it?
I definitely don't got it. I mean, I'm like 2 steps behind being like, wait a minute. Okay, like how do I generate the SSH key and link it to my GitHub account? I don't even know how to open the terminal, but it's okay. Like I also just feel like it's my fault because I didn't do my homework, and I'll just figure that part out and then keep watching this video later. I'm glad I'm recording it.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, assuming you can get through this bit here, which we can probably do later, you're running Windows, right?
Yeah.
We'll see. Everything, like Mac and Linux are pretty similar, but then Windows is like, everything's different. So we'll see how many hiccups we have setting that stuff up.
Are you still using Windows?
No, I have Linux and Windows on the same computer. So
okay.
I'm running Linux right now because doing this developer stuff is it's easier.
Okay.
But VS Code is made by Microsoft, so you think everything should work together, right? GitHub is made by Microsoft, and so is VS Code, so this shouldn't be hard. But anyway, assuming we get through the step here of getting the SSH key, after that step, you need to add it to your GitHub account. And there's great instructions there for Windows and Mac and everything like that. Basically, you will go into your settings. And once you have your SSH key, you're going to add it in through this tool here, basically. And you can see I have an SSH key. I have several, in fact, and they're all linked to different computers. And then this is my current one that I'm using. Once that is set up, I think the other thing was to set your username and email in Git, which is very easy, but basically the point of doing this is that when you upload code to GitHub, it'll show this username and an email that's associated with your username as well. So you need both of these bits of information to properly upload information to a repository. So this is another necessary step to get started. Assuming that is all done, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get the code. And so if you, go to the docs page, which I just posted in the chat, you're going to go to code. And here you're going to go to SSH. You're going to copy it. And then from your terminal, you're going to put that repository somewhere in your computer. So, for example, here I have a GitHub folder. I guess we need to back up a little bit here, and some basic terminal commands is just like when you open up the terminal and you want to see all of the folders from where you are, you just type in ls. It shows all the folders from where you are in the terminal. And then CD stands for change directory. And then you type the folder that you want to go into. So, for example, all of my GitHub stuff is in my GitHub folder. And so you can see all of the projects that I work on are all in this GitHub thing. And then when I want to copy this information from GitHub, I just type in git clone and then the SSH address that you just copied. So git clone GitHub givethdocs.git. And I'm not sure if I want to do this because it might break the one that I have on there. But basically, you just hit enter. And I know how to do this, actually. We'll just put this in a different one. We'll just put it in downloads as an example. So git clone this. You hit enter. And then it'll start downloading the repository onto your computer. Any questions while this thing's working? Maybe some terminal commands would be useful. Yeah, look at that. There you go, Lauren. This is for you.
Oh yeah.
Navigating the command line, basic commands, stuff like that.
Mitch?
Yep.
I'm trying to clone the repository and it says like this key is not known by any other names. Are you sure you want to continue connecting? So I just put yes.
You want to share your screen, Franco?
Oh yeah, let me see how.
Maybe I can help you better.
This one. Wait. SSH. I don't know what I'm sharing, but let's try it. It's difficult for me to share. I don't understand the sharing thing. Can you see it? No, this is not it. Wait. Wait, stop. Full screen. Right.
I think you want to hit yes in any case.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. And see what it says.
Right. Now it says right here. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So just type in yes.
Oh, yes. Okay. Primary added.
Okay, cool. There you go.
Okay, cool.
Now you're downloading it.
Wait, this is confusing. I'm just gonna stop sharing. There you go.
Great. Cool. So it looks like my Giveth Docs has been downloaded. You should be able to see it here, basically. So it's already here. It's on your computer. Everything's there. It's ready to go. So the next step is to open up VS Code. This is a different project. You'll need to go to File, Open Folder, and then open up the Giveth Docs. And then this one here just kind of, leaves me where I left off, but this is basically what we're looking at. You're going to want to connect VS Code to your GitHub account. And I think you can just do it from this account here. You should be able just to sign in. And let me know how that goes for you, Franco. Lauren, are you figuring things out?
I'm just watching because I was like, yeah, because I was trying to read the about SSH, and then I was like, I can't do this right now. I have to pay attention, so I'm just watching.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
But I'll try it later, and then if I like run into things, I'll just like ask you small questions.
Okay, sure.
I have a question because I think I did something wrong before in the VS Code. So I think I opened like a folder of my computer as a repository, and now like I don't know how to like take it away from there. I'll share the screen so you can.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, here. Mm. Okay. So can you see it?
One sec. Yeah.
Okay, so I have this here now. I don't know how to
Oh, go to File, Open Folder,
open workspace,
and
close folder maybe.
Add folder to workspace, open workspace. What does it say under code?
Under codes here.
The one. Maybe then we'll file.
File, new window,
Open
open.
workspace.
Okay.
Yeah. And then let's find where you put your
Yeah.
Giveth docs.
It should be here.
Yeah, click on that and then click open.
Open. Got this.
No. Okay, that's strange. Very strange. Cancel. Then we'll just try open and see what happens. It's weird that yours is different than mine, huh? Then we'll try same thing, clicking on docs. Yeah. Click open.
Yeah. Just opens the
And it
folder.
does the same thing.
I guess it's just a matter of closing this, which is like a whole like my whole computer, I guess.
Go to file, find files. Yeah, close folder, I guess. What happened? Bing.
Oh, there you go. Now I can do this. Open folder. And I can go here and this one, right?
Yeah. Bada bing.
Oh, perfect. Cool.
Nice.
Got it.
So then let's go back to your code editor, Franco. Let's see if this GitHub thing counts.
Right.
So in the bottom left corner, there's that little profile there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not signed into any accounts. Okay. So then let's look at settings, cog there underneath. And let's see if there's anything about
Settings here. User.
where's our accounts. Maybe turn on settings sync. Sign in and turn on. Sign in with GitHub, probably. Yeah, there we go. What?
Upgrade VS Code.
Oh my god. Okay. See what happens. Oh my god. You already had it. Maybe you had like an older version.
I think it was an older version. Yeah,
All right.
okay. I'll do this.
Back one step.
Cool.
All right.
Hmm.
So we're assuming this is the new version. And we'll go back to your settings sync.
Settings sync.
Yeah. Yeah. GitHub.
Okay.
Okay.
Here, what do I GitHub for VS Code? This one, or what do I?
Maybe see what's in that drop down.
Oh, there you go. Now I have it. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Now, if you click that, nice, you're in. Cool. Now let's
Go
ahead, Lauren.
So while you were doing that, I went backwards, and so like after I generated this SSH key, it's like some weird picture thing. It's like an image art, and then what do I do with that?
Let's see here. Generate your SSH key. You just need you made a passphrase. Paste the text below.
Yeah, I did all that.
Enter file. I think.
And then I need to add it. So I need to do the rest of it, like add it to the SSH agent or whatever. It generated some like weird. The key is random art image and it like is like some strange looking picture of like.
Yeah, but it just needs like a little bit of. So you saved it to a file. You have a passphrase. Then you're here. And then you start the agent.
So I don't need to like save anything that random image that was generated or anything, and then I just start the agent.
Because you should have this file added to your computer already. This ID ed. It's going to be in like a hidden folder called .ssh.
Okay. But I have to add that.
Yeah, and you can just do it just with this command here. So you start the agent.
Yeah.
Here, assuming that we're using the Windows instructions.
Uh-huh.
And then you add your SSH key to the agent, assuming that this is the path to where that file lives.
Okay.
Do you want to share screen?
Maybe. No.
I think this is probably the trickiest part, to be honest.
Okay. Share my screen. I guess I'll share my entire screen. That's what you guys were doing, right?
Yeah, because then we can see your terminal and then your browser window at the same time.
Well, I mean, yeah, it just said it was a bad passphrase, and then I tried again, and then, I mean, did it work?
Bad passphrase.
And then try again, and
Did
then
you make the passphrase when you made it before?
I thought so, but when I was typing, nothing was typing. But then, so I guess I might have just made it. I made it blank. I'm pretty sure I made it blank.
Okay. Well, if you did type something,
But be careful because if you type something, like it won't show up. It doesn't show you like anything. But if you put something and then press enter, that was probably your passphrase. If you didn't put anything and just press enter, then you didn't put one. But like that happened to me as well.
You typed and it just didn't show up, right? And so, but it did. Yeah. Okay. Then I did make a passphrase.
You put it in even though it didn't show up. Like it's there. It just doesn't show up.
Cool. Yeah. Then maybe I just need to do this again. I need to do this again.
You started the agent. Control Shift C. Or Control. Yeah. There you go.
Oh, no, I know what it is. Okay.
Nice. There you're in.
That's it.
And so you added that in there. And so you have your SSH key in there. And then I think this part is done. Then you add your SSH key to your GitHub account.
Oh, I think I already did that. Like, that was at the very beginning, right? Linking it to my email for GitHub, right? Oh, no.
You link it to your GitHub account.
Okay, so I just added to the. Okay, so now I have to generate a new SSH key for hardware. I have to keep just going down this whole page, right?
No. You go to the next one, which is adding a new SSH key. It's the next article on the left-hand side.
The next article on the left.
Look on my screen, Lauren.
Oops.
This one here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking in the wrong thing. I'm so sorry. This is like I'm so slow. Oh, okay, add a new SSH key. Got it. Okay, so then I just copy the commands in here. Basically.
Yeah. And this goes, it's got pretty clear instructions actually. So you're copying that SSH key file. You go to your settings in here. And then SSH and GPG keys. And then you add a new SSH key and yeah, you just basically paste what you did in that command back there.
Okay, so I didn't need to do the last of the previous page, right? The last stuff that was like add for a hardware or something.
No. Okay. You just want to generate that key, add it to your agent,
okay,
and then move on to adding it to your GitHub account.
Okay, cool. I think I can do that while we keep moving on.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, Mitch.
Great. And then Franco, how did we? Oh, I just ended the stream. Whoops. How are we doing?
I'm inside. I don't know what to do now, but
inside, great. And your GitHub's in there and everything. Now we'll just like make a little change here. For example, let's pick a doc that we want to do. For example, here, Give Farm. We could just go in here. And we can add some new text. So we can just go into any document here. Actually, sorry, I guess we should zoom out here. There's a bunch of different files in here, and they basically represent different things on our app. And so, for example, dApps, this is all under the heading, let's just show the Giveth docs, for example. Sorry, I'm making some assumptions here. But you can see we have a bunch of different headers in the navbar here. So what is Giveth, dApps, Give Economy, these two are external links, so they're not in the docs themselves. They just go to a different website. And then there's blogs, which is mostly unmaintained. I wouldn't really worry about this right now unless you want to open up a big can of worms. But what is Giveth and docs is basically where we're going to be doing most of our work, I assume. Give Economy actually links to the same folder as docs. It just opens up this little drop-down menu there when you click on Give Economy. So if we're looking back at our code editor, everything is organized in folders under the same name. So dApps has all of the articles that are under the dApps category. Blog has everything in the blog. And then What is Giveth has everything in the What is Giveth category. And all of these are marked down as like markdown files, so they have the .md extension to them, which means that they're a markdown file. So we'll find a piece of documentation that we want to update. In the example here, I went to the Give Farm one. I went in there, I wrote some new information, and then I hit save. You can do that with Control S or whatever the hell that is on Mac. I have no idea. But basically, you save it here, and then if you look under this thing on the side here, on this left bar, it says Source Control. And so you can see this update has been logged here. If you click on it, it'll show you the diff. So the differences between the old file and the changes that you're proposing to make. Let's see if this works. If you type in on your computer, Franco, npm install or npm, what happens?
In the terminal or inside the VS Code?
In the terminal or VS Code. We'll just see what happens.
Okay, what do I type?
npm.
npm.
Yeah.
Okay. No, npm, come on, not found, npm.
npm.
Yeah, no.
Is in Mitch.
No, it doesn't. It just says command not found. npm.
Hey, so we probably have to get Node. Wow, more stuff.
No.
Just keeps on coming up.
All right.
Node.js. Cool. Give me 1 second. Node.js.
There we go. You want to get Node.js, which is going to allow you to get packages. They're like pre-built bits of code that developers use in order for them to basically deploy websites. So they're just like little helpers here and there. Like developers will use packages of pre-made code to make their jobs easier because they can just use those packages of code to integrate into the website.
Cool.
So npm stands for Node Package Manager.
Cool. So I got it now. So I do it again, right? npm. Now it's doing something. Yep.
Oh, nice. Okay. What did it show you? Did it show you something like what's on my screen?
Let me see. Yep.
Cool.
Same
All right.
thing.
Cool. Well, then we're gonna get Node, and you're gonna want to type in this command here to get yarn. And I'll type it in the chat.
Over yarn. Oh,
Whoops.
I think I got it. Yeah. Cool.
And yarn is the same thing as like Node Package Manager. It's just it just works a little bit slicker.
Cool. Just shows like a lot of like error things when I put that.
Cool, great. That means it's working. As long as you don't see anything that says error. Warnings are okay, errors are bad.
Okay. It just says like, wait, where is it? No. Global username, no. Wait, do I try it again? Like maybe npm?
Let's see your terminal.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Share. No way. Oh, okay. Let's go here. It's this one.
Ooh, okay. Command again as root. npm install. No,
Huh?
get rid of those hyphens. npm install dash double dash global yarn. Yeah. No, it doesn't like
Yeah.
it. Doesn't like it. You have to try doing it like you might need to give yourself privileges. Here, try this in the chat. I'll just drop it here.
The chat. Right.
Sudo.
Sudo. Okay.
That's a super user.
I'm just asking for a password now. It's my password, I guess.
Whatever you use to log into your Mac.
Yeah. Okay. Notice. Added one package. Can you see it?
Cool. There you go. That was it.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Now, let's go back to VS Code. Can you keep sharing your screen? I'll just.
Yeah. Sorry.
That'll probably be easier.
Yeah. There you go.
How you doing, Lauren? Click. Okay. Okay. We'll probably have to find the file in your computer and. Okay. So go to your top left there.
Source control.
To the thing that looks like the copy, whatever.
Okay.
Where could we get our terminal? Oh, here in the top it says terminal. Top of your screen, terminal, new terminal. Yeah. Cool. Giveth docs. Now you're gonna type in yarn install. Let's see what happens. Oh, nice. So now it's getting the packages. Do we need any? No. Any variables? Okay. Let's see where you're at, Lauren. Here. So you typed in the clip thing. Yeah, it. And it says here, if clip isn't working, locate the hidden SSH folder and copy it. Died. Went ballistic. I don't know. It was like opening and closing. Okay, so let's look at yours here. Warning, whatever. That's no problem. Okay. So from here, Franco, type in yarn start in the terminal. Yeah. So now you're running a version of the Giveth docs. Let's see if it loads. Fingers crossed. It can be slow. That's all.
Okay. Yep.
Cool. Great. It works. So you're running a version of the Giveth docs straight on your computer.
Oh, really? Localhost
Yeah.
2000.
Yeah.
Nice.
So basically, if you go back to VS Code,
yeah,
and if you make any changes, if you change any text and you save it,
yeah,
it will show up instantly on this version that you're running on your computer.
Okay. Cool.
So this is really important because this is the way that you can preview changes before you upload them.
Yeah, you're running it locally so you can check before committing the branch.
Yeah. And if it breaks, you're able to see that it breaks before you send it anywhere.
Cool.
Like maybe you misspelled an image file or you did something it doesn't like, then you're able to see it before uploading it. Okay. So cool. That's like you're pretty much there. Now the important thing is that we're gonna not make changes to master. Like if you're writing a whole new article or something, or if you're making any big changes or you're making changes that you're not sure, or maybe you just want somebody to review them, you're going to make them in a different branch. And so you can see here in the bottom left corner,
here
it says master, right?
Create new
So
branch.
master is the final version that gets pushed to our website. You can see there's all these different branches here. You can see there's one from you, Franco. And there's a whole bunch of other ones that we made over time. So like, translating the site, removing the newsletter, fixing links, all this stuff, all these like incremental changes that we made to it. So in this example here, we'll click create new branch. We'll call it something that's like a little bit descriptive. You're not allowed to use any spaces. So we'll do like Mitch edits.
Update or something like this. Like whatever, right?
Go ahead. Yeah, perfect. Sure. Exactly. That's perfect.
Enter?
Yep. Yeah.
Cool.
So you can see in your bottom left.
Yeah.
You've changed branches now. You're on a different branch. So you've basically copied master and made a separate stream that you can work on.
Okay.
So from here, you'll make some updates. Like you can see here, I just made some updates here. In the Give farm, I added some text saying that I'm the best. And then when I'm ready to push those updates, you go into this one here called source control. It's got those little like lines with the circles attached on the ends of them.
Yeah.
And from here, you can preview the changes. And then you click this button to stage them. And then when you're ready to make a commit, so you're ready to actually like save it to your branch permanently or like semi-permanently, you put it there and you give a little description. And this you can add spaces, but it's a short message describing like what you did in that commit. So it says adding Mitch text or whatever, and I click commit. And then if you want to publish it to the branch, so you're actually publishing it to GitHub with this button here.
Yeah.
You click publish. And I'm curious if this is going to work for you.
You're publishing into your branch, not into the master one. So you can run it through Yarn to see if it works. And then you can...
If you save it, all you need to do is just save the file on your computer. You don't need to publish it or anything.
Okay.
And you'll be able to see the changes. But if you want to upload those changes to GitHub on your new branch that you created, then you make a commit and then you publish it.
Okay.
Yeah. So when everything looks good on your computer, then you make a commit and then you upload it to GitHub on your branch.
You first save it. Once it's saved, you can check on the Yarn. And then once you see everything's cool, you just commit the branch.
Yeah, exactly. You just save it with like Control S or whatever. I think it's like Command S or whatever it is on Macs. And then I might need to give you permissions on GitHub to do this, but it should be basically the same method. Once you're there, VS's code is cool because you can pull up GitHub right here. and you can see all of the different pull requests, including the open ones. And we can make a pull request right from VS Code, which will create it on GitHub. A pull request is just requesting to merge one branch into another one, right? So you have these parallel branches that are working beside each other, and then you want to take the changes from this one and merge it into another. So this is basically what the devs do every week, you know?
All the time.
They have their own branches that they're working on. They're building new features. They're fixing bugs. And then when it's resolved and it looks well on their local, then they merge it into staging, right? And then staging is like, okay, testers go test everything. And then when the staging branch looks good, then they're going to merge it into production, which is what we actually see on the end on the website. So the docs aren't that complicated. We don't need to have like all these different branches or whatever, but mostly you just want to have your branch that you're working on. You make all of your updates on there, and then you merge it into, you create a request to merge it into X branch. So in this case, we're going to merge it into master. This creates a request. You can tag reviewers on GitHub. You can say, hey, look at this. Does it look good? And then they can approve it. And then you can actually push the button and merge it yourself, or somebody else can just merge it for you.
Okay.
So let's see what this looks like here. So we have a commit that we just did a few minutes ago. We published it to the branch called Mitch Edits 1. We'll click this little button here to create pull request. And you can see more clearly what's exactly happening, right? Merge changes from Giveth/Giveth docs, Mitch Edits 1 into Giveth docs master. The title, adding Mitch text, you can add a little description in there, which will go, and people should know. You can create it as a draft if it's not something that's like totally ready yet, or you can just click create.
You can tag people there as well.
Yeah, we can go right here from this page. We can go right to GitHub.
Cool.
And the important thing here is that when we upload it to GitHub, it does these checks. So it makes sure that the code looks good. It makes sure that like everything's in order. And it'll tell you if something's wrong. Basically, these checks will fail. And then you'll be able to see exactly what went wrong. And then if you need to fix it, you just like keep working on the same branch. You change your code, you upload a new commit. It does the checks again. And then you can see if something failed. Otherwise, it'll just give you like a green check mark.
Okay.
From this page here, we can tag reviewers. So, maybe we want Franco to review this. You can see the commits. So I only made one commit in this branch, in this pull request. And you can see the files changed exactly here. If this looks good, we're not going to get into merge conflicts because this is pretty complicated. But if you have a merge conflict or it says something wrong here, just like tag me and I'll try to deal with it, or I'll tag Kai.
Okay.
But then if everything looks good and the content's approved, then you just click merge pull request. I'm not going to click it because obviously we don't want to put that in the docs. But we click. What's that? I mean, we could, but
Mitch is the best, and people should know.
People should know that specifically in the Give Farm page. But you just click merge pull request, and then it'll just give you like a green check mark saying this branch is merged. You can safely delete it or something like that, and then basically the process is done.
Yeah, well, and that's like pretty much like similar to the other like process, like the one that you said like doing directly from GitHub. It's kind of like the same process here. Like,
Yeah, exactly. The important thing is just to make pull requests. If you're not sure if you should push it directly to master, because if you push it to master, this process of like checking doesn't happen until it's too late.
Yeah.
So you're better off. Go ahead, Lauren.
Sorry, my question is like I didn't see at any point of like actually reviewing what it looked like, or maybe I just like was distracted during that very short period of time where you showed it. It's like when can you actually see what it looks like?
So you can preview it. Let's go back to this page here. From the terminal, Franco installed npm, and then he used npm to install yarn, and then we used yarn to install the packages. And then when all those things are done, you just click yarn start.
Oh, okay. Wait, where does it show up though?
And then this basically loads a version of the website running locally on your computer. So for example, here we know that we made some changes to the Give farm. Where the hell is the Give farm? Give economy, Give farm. And if we go all the way to the bottom, we can see our changes there. And this is before it even goes to GitHub.
Yeah, but I still don't see it. Is it just another tab? Maybe you're not sharing?
Oh, let's see here. I think you're right. I think I should be sharing my whole screen here.
Okay.
How's that look?
Yeah. Yeah, now I'm seeing.
So we have this code here.
Okay, yeah.
And then we ran that command, yarn start. It starts a local version on your computer.
And then this pops up, like it opens in your browser, the local version.
Yeah, localhost
Okay.
3000. 3000 is the name of the port that it's using.
Okay.
And this is basically applies for anything, basically.
Cool.
So if you wanted to make changes, Lauren, so like, you know.
Yes! Now it really needs to go in. I'm
So then-
chill.
If you want to preview this, you can see it's got this little white dot at the top. Up there. That means there's unsaved changes.
Okay.
So you can see I typed it in, and it didn't show up here.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't save it. So you save it, the website reloads, and then you can see the new changes instantly.
Oh, cool. This is awesome.
Yeah. So then this gives you a way to like preview it, right? You make some changes, you save it, you look on the website, you're like, okay, that looks good. And then when it's done, you can see that there's new changes logged here in source control.
Yeah.
And if it looks good, you commit it, you blah, 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 you make a commit, and then you synchronize changes. So it'll push those changes to the branch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when you're like merging it, like you basically like you go to like merge to master, but then you're like submit pull request. And so then it's not actually like going on live until it's reviewed, right? That's
Exactly. If we look back here, we'll just sync changes for fun.
just like I guess I get confused about like the word. What does the word commit mean in this case?
You're committing it to the branch.
Okay, the Mitch edits branch, basically that you were.
Yeah, Mitch edits the one that we made.
Right. Okay. And then so it's like what you typed in here becomes part of that branch, so then that can be viewed in your preview. But then if you wanted to like actually make it go on live, you would need to submit a pull request that would get reviewed, and then it would get committed to the master. Right?
Yeah. I'd say like if you're just changing typos, like you can just publish it straight to master. But if you're rewriting a whole article, if you're adding images, if you're doing anything like that you're relatively unsure about, then I would make a pull request. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else we should talk about here that's adding stuff? So if you're just changing articles, that's pretty easy. There's a lot of like weird technicalities that might be too much to explain right now, but maybe the interesting thing will be adding images, which I think will be useful. So if you want to add pictures to the docs, or you want to update them, in here they're kept in the folder called static and then image, and you can see all of the pictures are here, or they're in like a subfolder in some way. So if you want to add a pictures to the thing, like we'll just go back into my pictures here. We want to add this this thumbs up here. So we'll just copy it, we'll paste it. This thumbs up is now in our docs, and you can see that in source control in the changes, we can see that this picture was added. And so in that way, you can also upload pictures as well. If you want to add that picture to the docs, let's see, let's find one with some pictures in it. Yeah. No. Yeah. If you want to add pictures, make sure that this line of code is in the article exactly like this, right? So you have the information about the article. You import this function from one of the packages that we downloaded, and then you leave at least one space, and then you start your article. And then when you have a picture to add, you follow exactly this syntax here. So image, alt, a little description of what the image is, and then this code here, use base URL, we're using that function that we imported, and then we add the path to where the picture is. So if we wanted to make an example, we would go image, alt, thumbs up, baby, source, use base URL, image. Oh, what's the name of this thing? We can even just get real smart and just copy it from there. Thumbs up icon.jpg. And then we save it. The changes show up over there. If we go back to our website, where do we put it? Give economy. Blah, 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 blah. Distribution. Oh, maybe we forgot this little extra backslash. Huh? All right, something's not working. Where's our thumbs up?
Did you save it?
I should have saved it. It's already here, right? Thumbs up icon dot png static image.
Did you save the change?
Yeah, it should be saved. Maybe I did it wrong. Maybe we just reload the page. Image, alt, thumbs up, use base URL, image. slash thumbs up icon dot png. This is the fun part, you guys, when you like forget an apostrophe or a bracket and you're like, why the hell doesn't this want to show up? You know why, you guys? Because we were on the actual website, not the one on my computer. That gets tricky too, huh? So anyway, that's just an example here. And if we just want to update a picture, you just want to put it into static image, and you just want to replace the photo and use the exact same name, right? So if we wanted to, what did I do now? Do this content. Let's see here. All right, maybe we want to change this here. So we just rename that file. And you can see the changes made. If we go to, I'm not going to keep these. Don't worry, Lauren. Our Give Power page, you can see that we've just replaced the image with a different one. And if we really don't like what we've done here, we can just discard changes and then everything goes back to normal, hopefully. Yeah.
I'm going to jump off for dinner here, friends.
Okay.
Good luck with the rest.
Thanks for coming, Suga.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you staying here, though, or? Oh my God. I've just been, okay, sorry, guys. Okay, I'll hang up. I'll catch you there.
No problem. This is pretty much it. I think this should get you around to doing most of the things you need to do. If you need to add a brand new article or something like that, we can go through it together. That's like a little extra step, but I think just like digest this now, play with it, and then we can go to like the next steps from there.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play with it and see what I can do. I don't think I'm gonna write any new articles. I think Suga was working on that, and I'm just gonna make like little changes. And then if you want to talk about like the Spanish translation that you needed, like
we'll go through that separately as well. That's like, it's not too complicated, but it's like just digest this for now, and then we'll do the next step.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, it's amazing.
Cool.
In the time, and I recorded this so we can share it with other people who want to learn, and hopefully so you don't have to do it every time.
Yeah, when I did this with Jahan, it took me like 2 weeks. So I'm like, wow, we just got this done in an hour. This is crazy.
Well, Frank is really smart, and I'm really
that
behind.
makes a huge difference, honestly. So